5 voices, flawless harmonies, global phenomenon. But behind every perfect note lived a truth the world never heard. The silent struggles, the invisible pressure, and the moment when their foundation finally cracked. This is the story of how success became survival, and how one devastating departure revealed what fame really costs. The beginning, 3 dreams become 5. In a typical Texas high school, 3 teenagers discovered something extraordinary. Scott Hoying brought natural leadership and creative vision. Kirsten Maldonado possessed a voice of remarkable clarity and strength. Mitch Grassi had vocal range that defied logic. Together, they weren't just talented, they were transformative. Their bond formed through shared outsider status. Music became their sanctuary, the place where being different felt like belonging. An early radio contest loss didn't discourage them, it ignited possibility. When Scott left for USC and joined the elite SoCal Vocals, the friendship persisted across distance. Then opportunity struck. NBC's The Sing-Off was accepting applications. There was one obstacle. The competition required 5 members. They had 3. Enter Avi Kaplan, whose bass voice didn't just add depth, it created gravitational force. His tone resonated with almost spiritual power, earning him deep respect in the vocal community. Then came Kevin Olusala, a Yale graduate whose viral cello boxing videos showcased impossible talent, simultaneously playing cello and beatboxing, fusing classical and modern in ways never seen before. They met one day before auditions, 24 hours to become a unified group. It should have failed spectacularly. Instead, magic happened. Their voices locked together with inexplicable precision. Each sing-off performance pushed boundaries, took creative risks, and delivered moments that captivated millions. When they won Season 3 in 2011, destiny felt confirmed. Victory should have meant opportunity. Instead, it revealed harsh industry reality. Nobody understood how to market an a cappella group. Epic Records signed them, then dropped them months later. The message was brutal. The establishment didn't believe in their future. Most artists would have surrendered. These 5 chose rebellion. They turned to YouTube, needing no permission or label approval. From their modest LA apartment, they uploaded covers crafted with surgical precision. The response was explosive. Somebody that I used to know went viral. Evolution of music spread globally. Their subscriber count skyrocketed into millions. They'd bypassed traditional industry gatekeepers entirely, building a devoted fan base called Pentatonix, who weren't casual listeners but passionate advocates. Success arrived fast, but it brought hidden costs nobody anticipated. The machine, when dreams become demands. From outside, their trajectory looked purely triumphant. Albums charted, tours sold out, Grammys accumulated. But inside the whirlwind, a different reality emerged. The YouTube model that liberated them created new imprisonment, algorithmic demands. Unlike traditional album cycles allowing creative breathing room, digital content required constant output. Visibility demanded presence. Presence required perpetual production. Touring intensified from occasional shows to months-long international schedules. Their calendar became endless airports, hotels, soundchecks, performances, with barely time to breathe between obligations. Each member carried unique burdens. Scott felt leadership weight, responsible for maintaining momentum and making decisions affecting 5 careers. The pressure to stay relevant, to keep growing, settled heavily on his shoulders. Anxiety he hid from fans crept into quiet moments. Kirsten navigated particular challenges as the only woman. Industry scrutiny fell differently on her. Every choice analyzed through gendered lenses her bandmates escaped. She also assumed unspoken emotional labor, smoothing tensions and maintaining group harmony, often at personal cost. Mitch wrestled with identity beyond music. His fearless individuality inspired millions, but visibility brought vulnerability. Every life aspect became subject to public judgment. The confidence he projected on stage didn't always match private struggles, with constant scrutiny's weight. Kevin became the group's steady anchor, his discipline and technical brilliance maintaining their high standards. But relentless touring meant extended separation from family, faith communities, and quiet reflection his soul required. Excellence demanded sacrifice, and costs accumulated invisibly. And Avi, their vocal foundation, fought the quietest, most profound battle. the breaking point, when foundation crumbles. To everyone, Avi seemed unshakable. His bass grounded every arrangement. His calm demeanor suggested inner peace. But Avi's stillness wasn't tranquility, it was suppression. Unlike others, Avi never craved spotlight. Music was spiritual connection, not spectacle. He loved creating and harmonizing, but fame's noise felt fundamentally opposed to his authentic self. Every tour meant months from what grounded him: nature, family, solitude. Travel wasn't exciting, but disorienting. Hotels weren't luxury, but isolation. Performances weren't thrilling, but exhausting. He loved his bandmates deeply, but the machinery surrounding their music was suffocating something essential inside him. His bandmates noticed his quietness, but misread it as personality rather than distress. Avi struggled to articulate his pain. How do you tell your family that success is destroying you? How do you walk away from what millions would sacrifice everything to have? So he stayed silent, showed up, performed, smiled, and inside, piece by piece, disappeared. By early 2017, the internal conflict became unbearable. Staying meant continuing to vanish. Leaving meant abandoning family he'd found. Both felt like loss, but one felt like survival. On May 12, 2017, Avi posted a video that shattered millions of hearts. Voice trembling, eyes red, he spoke with raw honesty. "I've been struggling with whether I should stay or leave. It's been hard being away from family, not making music that feels true to me." He blamed no one. He took ownership of his needs. But ownership didn't ease the pain. Fan response was seismic. For millions, Avi was their soul, the presence making everything feel solid. Social media flooded with grief, disbelief, support. Something fundamental had broken. The configuration that created magic for 6 years was shattered. The remaining 4 faced impossible circumstances: grieve while working, process loss while maintaining momentum, reimagine their sound while fans scrutinized every move. Eventually, they found Matt Sallee, a talented bass whose humility and warmth fit their ethos. Matt wasn't replacing Avi, that was impossible, but filling the role his departure created. Matt's transition required extraordinary grace. He endured comparisons, skepticism, and outright hostility from some fans. But he showed up, worked hard, and slowly earned his place, not as new Avi, but as himself, bringing new colors to their palette. Rebirth, finding harmony after heartbreak. Avi's departure forced each member into personal reckoning. Scott confronted leadership anxiety through therapy, learning to separate self-worth from achievement. His 2023 marriage to Mark Manio became a touchstone, celebrating love beyond career. Mitch explored artistic freedom through solo project Mesa, diving into darker, more experimental expressions. Kirsten reclaimed her identity beyond the group, speaking openly about pressures women face and emotional labor she'd carried. Kevin found grounding in fatherhood, his priorities reoriented but passion sharpened. Together, they emerged transformed, not just musically but emotionally. Their harmony, once effortless, became intentional, woven from growth, pain, and rediscovery. Meanwhile, Avi created music aligned with his soul, earthy, folk-inspired, deeply personal. His albums revealed a man who'd found peace through an agonizing but necessary choice. Legacy, more than music. Today, they stand as survivors of an industry that often consumes more than gives. They've endured burnout, lineup changes, personal demons, overwhelming expectations. Yet they continue rising, voices intertwined, resilient. Their legacy isn't defined by Grammys or viral hits alone, but by millions their music comforted and inspired. It's defined by willingness to be vulnerable, to change, to keep singing when the world felt heavy. What lies ahead remains uncertain. Perhaps more albums, perhaps reinventions, maybe eventual farewell. But for now, they remain a testament to voice's power, not just the one that sings, but the one that speaks truth. In the end, their greatest harmony has always come from their humanity. They proved greatness isn't born through perfection, but forged through resilience, vulnerability, and courage to evolve when life demands it. Each walked through personal storms, yet found ways to continue singing, together or apart. They didn't just change music, they changed how the world listens to human voice. Raw, unfiltered, honest. Their story reminds us that harmony isn't struggle's absence, it's unity's triumph despite it. If this moved you, share your thoughts. Which moment impacted you most? Their harmony may have changed, but their impact continues. Stay tuned. because their journey is far from over.